back off the net.
Just warming up.
Hey guys, if you're unsure who this guy is, today we've been joined by Mr. Rick Shiels, and we are talking about the progress you've been making with your game.
Yes.
Fantastic so far.
Yes, been impressed.
We're going to have a look at just a quick chat, as in what we're going to do going forward, hit a few shots, and talk about the changes we've made.
Cool. So yeah, I'm Rick Shiels. I'm a golf professional and I do YouTube as well. I've been working with Dan now for probably just over 6 months.
Yeah.
My big story around working with Dan is I want to try and qualify for the Open. I tried last year but failed miserably, so decided I needed some professional help. Dan reached out with a favourable hand and said, "Can I help?" And I said, "Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to." I've been working with Dan now over the last 6 months, like we said, pretty much consistently, but we had a couple of months off. And the improvement I'm seeing right now, even though we were only in February, back end of February, for me has been astonishing, and I cannot wait for this year. Yeah. That's what it feels like. It's just like I cannot wait for this year.
I mean, Rick's just played in a game of golf, like a course vlog, over Conway,
oh, no,
7
no,
under.
no,
very impressive.
No, so that was you can't take that. I'm only going to have it if it's in a competition. I'm not having it as a friendly round of golf.
It was still an impressive round of golf.
Okay.
Well, what we've done is kind of broke down where the elements of the swing were costing you. We obviously knew that the ball flight had too much movement in it, didn't it?
Yeah.
Too much draw.
Yeah. Just too much unpredictability.
Yeah.
The whole golf swing, the whole ball flight had unpredictability. Now, I'm a golf coach myself. I coach golfers most of the time, but for me, it's having that fresh pair of eyes, and that we work really well together because we see things similar. And it helps when we go to make changes that I trust the movements.
Yeah, yeah.
I think you become very blind when you look at your own swing. As a golf coach, as a golf professional.
Because you're used to looking at that same movement.
Of course you are.
You don't see certain things.
And I'm used to in the golf lesson going, right, you got to do this, you got to do that, so actually when you take fresh eyes and a fresh approach and almost just become exposed to that, it works really well.
Well, what we've worked at is, we've worked at changing the takeaway, so trying to get the club more up in front in that first move, which feels very up and outside the line, or did do to it. Okay. Today we've been working at just trying to blend this turn in a little bit more with that chest rotation in the first move, so it just makes sure everything's going back in sync. And at the top, we worked at trying to get the right elbow a little bit more down and a bit more in front of the body, which then meant that you had a lot more room coming down.
Correct.
Which straight away, even in the first couple of lessons, brought the path much closer to 0 than rather large numbers in to out. Yeah, so my path numbers was mostly in to out, anywhere from like 3 degrees on a good shot to 7 degrees on a bad shot, resulting in big draws or big pushes or big hooks, or would need to manipulate it to hit it straight. Now my path numbers are becoming way more neutral. That was 1.1 to the left. I'm seeing that a lot more often now, and the misses have become 10 times better. I feel like I'm either fading it, slightly pulling it, slightly over fading it. That's it. They're the shots I hit now, which is hardly anything. The dispersion right to left is way better. And for that, then after that, we then obviously worked at the downswing. And if you haven't seen any of these, go on to Rick's channel. But all the lessons we've done are on his channel. Different bits we've worked at from backswing and downswing. Another bit we worked at was just trying to make sure that knee was quite stable and it's really separating. Now, the great thing is, to Rick's credit, he's really done amazing. These have already started to embed in. I think that part of the reason is that he obviously does demonstrations at work to people, and because of that, you have that ability to be able to change your swing relatively quite quickly, and he's done a fantastic job with that. So now going forward, what we're going to be looking at is over the coming weeks and months, moving up into the Open. 0.1 path, that's clumsy. So what we're looking at coming weeks and months, we're going to be looking at going outside, changing trajectory, looking at different flight control, looking how to change distance control via trajectory, looking at shot shapes that you can hit whenever you want to kind of be able to on call, so on a draw, fade, high, low, and hitting those kind of 9 trajectory windows. Look at doing that, building that in, and getting on the course. Maybe have a look at some preparation out there, and definitely, once it stops raining and snowing here in Manchester, go out and do some short game. Yeah, just a quick one as well. We were talking about this before the session started, is making the change, and Dan just touched on it before. I make changes in my golf swing all the time due to the fact that I'm demonstrating in golf lessons, but I can always still strike the ball. Yeah. So we've seen that progress all the way through. I've never lost strike in this whole process because I know where the swing is, and I monitor myself. I've got a golf academy myself, so I can film myself. I've got GC2 launch monitor data and stuff like that. So I'm always monitoring myself. I would say I've hit maybe 300
maximum golf balls in practice to change this swing. But the quality of the practice was what was key.
And
really
also,
key.
you did, in the early days, you did quite a lot where you videoed yourself and used that as a reference point to see whether the feel was real.
Videoing yourself, I think, if you know what the instruction is key.
Yeah.
Honestly, absolutely key. One more before I can finish. Better than 0.1.
Can it be better than that?
Strive for perfection.
0.6 left.
But see that different in shape? It's a fade. A little fade. So yeah, great working together with Dan, and I'm excited for the season. Jump over to my channel if you want to see all the lessons, and if you are from my channel, coming to Dan's channel, please do hit that subscribe button.
Cheers guys, we'll talk with you again soon, and thanks for watching.